Yeah, my name is Rabgye. She's not here today, so I'm not a professional translator. I'm just practicing to be a translator, so if there any mistake, I'm sorry. Also, if you don't understand, please stop me and repeat or ask the question. Okay. I'm sorry.
Maybe too early to say sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, anyway. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My dear friends. You heard?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm very happy to share my baby knowledge with you guys. Also, you guys need to test me. Am I doing it?
You test me. Yeah, you are testing me.
Yeah.
Exam.
Exam.
Small exam.
My whole examination always. I was in India, always exam. Yeah. Today no problem to dialogue with him. We all both Kampa. Otherwise, the Hindi, we have a little difficult to my Tibetan he didn't understand because I speak very strong Kampa dialect. He speaks very strong Wisdom dialect. And sometimes we are very difficult to understand. We are all Kampa. We can understand each other. Yeah, 다이나 가서 지금 난 잠들래야 지금 줄 나무 이거에 그래서
There are a lot of belief or religion in this world.
근데 다 줄루대 되게 지금 지서 당되니까 줄루대다 되지 다 짭짭되니까 이거 뭐시가 요래.
So each of religion or each of faith, they got a lot of followers to follow and to seek refuge or to seek happiness with its own religion.
그래서 근데 줄루 되게 지금 이 마음고실라 편향 도고 그래서.
So far, all religions, he thinks, had a lot of contribution, a lot of beneficials to all those people.
But some them religions. But this is the used religions.
Sometimes people use religion into wrong ways, so caused a lot of trouble too. So. From our own understanding, we don't think the religion themselves has some sort of wrong view or wrong. Or that's because of the person or people who use religion to do something really strange or cause a lot of trouble. That's person, not the religion. So that's our understanding.
Or even the Tibetans, the younger generation, some know that we Tibetans lost our country because we do too much practice Dharma. I heard some, the younger generations, I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, because that's where reflection between Western thoughts and Tibetan. Because new generation also they go to school, they learn science, and they even in China, mostly in China, they learn communist ideas. So they think the religion is bad or bad. So due to that sort of understanding, so we had a lot of arguments within our society too. So we are very closed before Chinese came. So now open to everywhere. So it's an interaction, maybe.
그래서 다 관심 많지 지금. 다 출력 건강을 가지고 쉽지가 않겠지만 잘 알겠어.
But despite of this, we think it's very important to pay respect to each religion, each other's, each belief or each faith, each philosophy.
아니 줄을 가리게 지다 주스 나다 마다서 다 가자 결소속이 내가 당 말했어.
To follow particular religion is one person's freedom. It's his own choice or freedom.
근데 이제 다 가서 다 나바로 자셔버리나 다 가서 남의 줄을 가지고 지어야지. 네 그바다 지대로 가려야지 라바이나스.
So once who follows Buddhism, and then you have to ask the questions of why or the reason or purpose of practicing Buddhism. And yeah.
근데 다 아주 다 산지 좀 내대해서 다 공기 짓다 나가요레스 다 공기 간돌라 아니 지 고랑기 냠래 아니 타시네 아니 고랑기 냠노데 다 만들어만 두스레 들으세다 냠노마 파송샤거든레스.
To practice Buddhism is to follow Buddha Shakyamuni's thoughts or philosophy. Actually, Buddha Shakyamuni himself, and from beginning, he practiced the teaching thoroughly until he got enlightened one. So he's trying to teach all of those his experience to show or to teach to us.
근데 다 오나 다 나도 가지를 대 주제를 했나 봐요. You have to some caution why you want to practice. 이 레라면서 다 대화도시 누가 문제를 싫어서 다는 얘기야.
Usually we answer to this question, why you practice Buddhism. Our answer always be, because we are inspiration to be happy, or we have an inspiration to be happy, or we're inspired to be happy, or when we want happiness, we don't want, suffering. So that's the only reason, or the answer we give to this question.
Then second question, if you don't wish to suffer, if you wish to happiness, why you study, the Buddhism, Then they talk about and the suffering and happiness. They are come from their own cause and condition.
It's cause and conditions here, right? Yes.
Therefore, today you must tandang namzuchi. Now everybody wish to happiness, right? Everybody, no one was suffering that, but there always something problem. Right? If we fix this way, then we have some problems in the other light. Then our life, always something wrong, always some problems, right? Today by the Jikang Mumbo Yondavati, yes, the Mashiva.
So why all those, within one's whole life, there are a lot of suffering always appears. So the reason why all those suffering come because of the lack of knowledge, or sometimes we see because of ignorance.
But someone asked, maybe told you guys doesn't know, you guys doesn't understand that we a little bit upset that we say, I understand what you talk about. Yina ta nga zu ngi ne se de ha ma go wa yin ma go wa che ne ngi ne de la mo ne ani duma ya go de da mo sa de ge de.
Because we do know the true situation, we do know the truth. So that's why we mistakenly collect a lot of negativities. So that's cause us to be suffer. So they by causing lots of negativities. So that's once with some core conditions, then it's become right, and then it's become a suffering. So that's it. Sort of rational analysis by Buddhist logic. So the one theory or one theory that's which Buddhists believe is all happiness and suffering is all from a cause and its conditions.
어떤지 이바다 의에서 하코니 아니 저 겨와 대화 영역이 제때 다 겨와서 돼 말이에요. 같이 삼바삼보 아니 사선 남다 제야 돼 말이에요. 되게 레벨라 수수 대화 영역이 돼. 나 나서 돼 야부치 그 말이에요.
Actually, if you find out the theory, or I could say that in Buddhism they always use this truth. It's the truth of the main. It's for instance, if you know all causes and conditions for happiness, then you try to seek them. Actually, the causes and the conditions for happiness always to be a positive actions or virtuous action or ethical activities involved in.
Then maybe everybody know, we both know. We talk about non-virtuous actions. Maybe we talk about 10 non-virtuous. Maybe most people know. And virtuous action is the opposite to non-virtuous. If we follow, if we do that, it is caused to. If you follow the 10 non-virtuous, you get to result.
If you practice 10 virtuous action and the result of this practice is you gain happiness. So that's the theory. Gewa Drubain, Jutiwa English. Or Jutiwa English. Or in opposite, if you do non-virtuous action, 10 non-virtuous action or negativities, the result should be suffering.
아니 들이 먹여왔지도 맞아왔지 디 로슈 겨왔지 맞아왔지도 겨왔지 대체왔나 그런 정도가 있는
Yeah, if you practice more positive actions, so result of this will be happy.
근데 딱 나서 나베가 근데 이다 다 근데 그 겨왔다 먹여왔다 수저나 다 수수 쳐버려.
So it's really related to individuals. So who will do this sort of practice? So individual yourself. For yourself to practice it.
배 잘하고 시작하니까. For example, we are hungry. All the foods here, but we didn't eat. Then we stomach always hungry, right? We know that we eat the food. We are.
If we know, if we take the food, then that's we won't be hungry. So you. If you don't eat, just look at it. That won't fulfill your hunger. So if you practice all of those virtuous actions, which taught by Buddha or taught by your teachers, and if you put into practice, then the results which you will be happy.
But also it is not we just say, oh, Buddha said, my teacher said this. This is not enough. We have to all understand reality, study. If true or not, then they have more power.
So it's because it's different practice level the Geshe talk about. Because if you just follow, it's not very, stable or perfect. If you do examine the teachings, so or do more analyze the teachings, and then the theory will be more reliable or stable for oneself.
Therefore, you can examine to Buddha teaching or teachers. No problem. That is Buddhism view or idea. And now we talk about today. We are own enemy, and we are our own best friend or best teacher. Today we have to talk about this, right? But do you guys believe our is, they can point by their own side. I am my own enemy. Do you guys believe?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right?
We're very good at that.
Oh, yeah.
저도 실제로 저온 거 캔들.
킬링했어. 그래서 또 맞아요.
Oh, good guys. Usually we think we say, I am the best person. I am the good one. We always,
Well, sometimes we think that too.
whatever fault is, we count others, right? Maybe husband or wife, maybe kids, maybe the co-workers, right? Or he or she did, then this problem coming. But it is a reality. Buddhism philosophy is there's I am my own what's the biggest enemy. But we have to understand why, how can it come? Right? Therefore, now how can we talk about? Also, anyway, many past thousands of years, just people thinking about, believe they pray to God, Buddhas, they always pray, then they think maybe they got result, whatever they wish. Then after couple thousand years,
couple of hundred years.
then technology is very developed, scientists. Then mostly,
Development of the outside materials.
Then technology bring immediately whatever we want, whatever they want most, right? We also, then now we go to Google.
Yeah, technology give us more accessible to the our needings or our wantings, more accessible to the materials objects.
Then the physical things, right? Then also people believe if you have worldly things, then you have chi tinjela kangi nawa ina ta deje ngori ka ta mo kena ngori.
Because before, previously, many people believed that if we get more mature stuff, then that will fulfill our happiness, or we'll be very happy if we own or possess many mature stuff, objects.
But right now, this is 21st century. Usually the Western countries, the most very developed,
In America, especially in America or Western countries, technology are very advanced or developed.
But even we stay here, we don't think we are very everything perfect. But we go to maybe India, China, other places, then big difference. But we have not enough this, we have not enough this, But still,
Still, that's we are not fully satisfied, or our problem not solved by those development.
Maybe the source to physical things, but mental
So mental problem.
mental problem. but maybe sometimes mental problem is a little cozy. Not cozy. Sometimes we said he or she mental problem, they're cozy, right? Talk about.
That's what you're saying.
I'm not talking about we are
Psychological problems.
mental problem. That's same with Kangi. That's same with us.
Yeah, still we have a mental suffering. So yeah.
Today is that same with Kangi, same with Kangi.
So Buddhist belief is to solve your own mental problem. You have to use consciousness to solve the mental problems. So that's the Buddhist belief.
Even maybe very wealthy person, maybe he has maybe, just example, maybe very fancy, very expensive diamond ring.
Yeah?
That doesn't give you that's something that we're talking about.
Does it give you happiness? Or,
Maybe you're more worried, maybe maybe I lost one day, maybe someone still me.
Yeah.
sometimes this causes a lot of negativities here too.
For example, maybe you're very maybe that so tsawa chesho ro. Today 한 거야로 와 있나? 대린 거가 내가 수술을 대왔지 쓰면 돼야 돼.
수가초들.
따지 갖다 놓치는 거라. 대라야 수술 생각 돼야 돼. 이바도 요 말이야.
Very valuable object or very dear objects that cannot give you bliss or happiness always, all time. But yeah. Also, they doesn't have a potential to give you happiness.
Maybe you kiss the diamond ring. They don't give any feeling. Right? They just they don't give feeling. Otherwise, maybe you have maybe little cat or little dog. You do me not that. They give you very what's that? Emotion. Right? They give you some happiness. They can play with you. Therefore, also Buddhism said, 수술의 시험에 생시하는 딴 데와 마치 세. 떨어지는 거지. 가지는 다 구멍 가라 나중에 가까이 친구를 해서 달라대 그랬어요. 벤토를.
Also, in Buddhism, they talk about to cherish or to benefit all sentient beings or even animals too.
But sometimes they give you our happiness. They can play with us. Then us, sometimes we little unhappy, maybe play with dog, maybe cats, maybe we forgot, maybe what's that? Purify, unhappy little bit, calm down. Anyway, therefore now 24th century, everybody think, well, the arts and matter is very developed, but still I have unhappy mind. Even maybe we can check, maybe you guys, everybody saw yesterday, 2 days ago, the big wedding to Kurukulla.
The royal wedding?
Royal wedding.
Anyway, everybody, you guys think this is all very fortunate, very happy, do you guys think?
No. I don't care.
It's good. If you don't think this is I think it's the right way. No, he and she have no freedom to whatever they do, wherever they go. Right? Even before they can do whatever they want, dancing, whatever they just don't care. Now they put something in there.
Yeah, putting hostage.
They got me like a ribbon.
House arrest or house arrest. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
House arrest?
yeah, house arrest. It's almost like a beautiful house arrest. Yeah.
가르쳐드려야 돼. 근데 딱 남쪽 나중에 고소를 안 하려고 말이야.
Yeah, they don't have a freedom like us teachers, like our,
If
like
they,
us.
they have to talk, they have
Ours.
to do actions. Very careful, otherwise everybody follow them, everybody see them. We think, most people, think, oh, very fortunate person. Now she's very, what's that? Dharmoro.
Yeah, she's the queen, or she become a queen.
He is also a king. They are very beautiful. But sometimes they're difficult to decide where they sleep, where they spend the chair, the loud houses. Right? Anyway, 다 실록은 듣기라고 했는데 다 공부를 쉬어야 되는. 다 생각 대화대 지체는 강조를 공부하기 전에.
Yeah, it's the Buddhist belief that it doesn't matter you possess so many wealth or so many objects. That's doesn't mean you're happy. Mentally you're happy. So we have to check that. You know.
Maybe they are more suffering. Maybe not. They have to be careful everything. Otherwise, all media, what's that? Music on the study,
Yeah, sometimes they are very we should say very limited to move or to speak limitations because the media focus on the media, so maybe that's what caused a lot of trouble too.
근데 이 봐서 다 생기 되어서 돼. 다 생 코너기 싸움도 안 해다 내가 저거 그래서 생 누마서 돼.
So in Buddhist belief, the most problem or delusions caused by your own consciousness. So if you want to solve all those problems, you have to use consciousness to solve to use the consciousness or potential of consciousness to solve the problem.
근데 다 난도 직 샘 다보야 맞아와라 때니 다 나서 다쳐서 그래서.
So that's the reason because we haven't taken good care of our own consciousness. So that's caused us like ourselves become ourselves enemy.
아니 샘 다보 잡아라 때니 수수수 다촉 수수수 게 잡아 말이지.
If you are being oni or taking good care of your own consciousness, then it won't be that bad. So you can also, in the opposite, you can make yourself happy or friendly.
Now we talk about, for example, I don't know who's the worst person in this world. Me. I don't know. Maybe we say. No, anyway, I don't know if it's true or not. Everybody is scared to Osama, right? Osama.
Osama bin Laden?
Yeah, or Bin Laden. Everybody's scared. He's a very bad guy. He did just all things. No, he cannot come to outside.
He always hides himself. He has to.
Oh?
Yeah.
It's not working.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So for 24 hours he has to hide himself, hide himself.
Why? Who did? In Kurukulla was,
So that's all caused by himself.
right? Therefore we think about it. He doesn't do these bad things, then he doesn't want to always skip, be under the ground.
Because all those problems caused by himself. Sometimes we even don't need to think carefully or deeply about this problem. It's very obvious.
Even one person has to go all life to jail. Then we usually blame the police and the judgment, right? Judgment put to Judge put to decide to put the jail all life. But first, who did have to go? The judge. First you not stay. So then you mean it.
The main reason you are in prison is caused by yourself. That's just the main reason.
For example, someone steal. then they catch, they have to go jail. If first you doesn't steal, then you don't want to go jail. If you have not control your mind, you want to vote, you want to easily, you don't want to work 8 hours every day, you want to easily find whatever you want, then you steal, then police catch you, then you have to go jail. This is who did. First, the one person who he or she they did, right? Therefore, we say we are our own enemy. Correct? Then why we are own enemy?
Why we become our own enemies?
Any manju same day,
Because our consciousness controlled by our own delusions.
manju 생각만 무슨 말이야,
We are, we are obligated by this. We are forced by, I can say, we are forced by this delusion or defilements to force ourselves to do something against ourselves.
right? Everybody follow our own mind. Mind think, oh, I have to go to the Boston then. Body have to go there. It's tired. If mind think, oh, I want to feel it. The body have to feel it. If mind think, oh, maybe I need this material things, nothing, then body have to go there. But this kind of mind follow the
So because they made, root cause is ignorance. Then ignorance creates delusion, and the delusion delusions control your own consciousness or mind.
For example, you angry with someone. The mind angry, body doesn't angry. Same.
So if you get annoyed or you're emotional with somebody else, then only your consciousness will get emotional. No, your body is not your body.
Then the consciousness follow the ignorance. Then we follow their consciousness. Then we become our enemy. We become our own enemy. 근데 이제 딱 나서야 나도 숑쇼치가 야다 샘 돌고 그래. 샘 나보자 그랬어.
So then we just believe that. So if that's so we have to take care of our own consciousness. So yeah.
근데 이번에 지금 okay. Anyway. Therefore, very easy to understand our
It's just very easy for oneself to become oneself's enemy.
다 원하다 나서 소소 있잖아. 들어다 예. 걔네가 가르쳐 와래서 나도 지금 그래서.
So then we have to look at how the people become your friends or become your enemy. So this is another aspect to look at.
맞아. 소소 자죠. 예죠.
아래 수수수수.
좀 하시면서.
네. 수수수 양 다들 저차 계시고.
소소 자요. 소소 다 좋아요.
아래 sorry. Sometimes you could become your own friends, or sometimes you could become your own friends, your enemy.
Your own teacher.
Your own teacher.
Your own best friend. Now we talk about, I don't know. Anyway, everybody like to very rich, right? Rich. Rich.
아래. Yeah, everybody want to be famous or wealthy.
This wealthy person, he know how to trick people's mind. 또 문고고 신이라고. 문고야 뭐 거기 좀 자서 말았어.
You want understanding could say that most wealthy people they can use their own intelligence to, to get the money, to cheat other people.
You can check carefully. The business people, not all of it, they always cheat us. The thing, go, Suzu, go, some of the Suzu Yapatashi, take Pejitani, that's Suzu take care of the Chosmos.
Sometimes they use this skill of the cheating, so they can become famous or become wealthy.
Right? And all the businesses try to cheat the customers. Most, no one give to Taka. So much thing on the counter. So much thing on the counter.
The non-business would give us profits or benefits.
Energy, Tapsi yoga, strategy, car, Yamboshi, Chief Tapsi, the Pentana, that should have been a Kikalo, talking about was, go on to us. Then I chose you, benefit your penal chambers, that's running on to the gentleman. Go on to us.
They will use every method to get money, like by advertising, using good, beautiful words, or using everything, try to get your money into their pockets. Yes. Like a credit card, at the beginning they will see a lot of benefits by using a credit card, but when the due come, you have to pay. So that's the issue.
Therefore, even how you cheat, then you become, you talk about very famous business person. But first, if you doesn't know how you cheat, then you never come. Therefore, that's Suzu Kalita. Suzu Takitani, Suzu de Chao.
If you're a businessman, for his success, he has to learn a lot how to be successful, like how to get money from others.
Even you become president, Obama, how to hard work. You have to go all the way, you have to do very nice, you have to do a lot of promise. Suzu Kali Jamni, Kanji Suzu Tachi. Yabulita Suzu Chicken was.
If you put effort, so the result will be, you gain a good results. Put a lot of efforts. So.
Then also we talk about it, maybe right now, Dalai Lama, then Mahatma Gandhi, then Mother Teresa.
Teresa.
They do their own work very well. They do very.
So they spend whole life trying to benefit others, so that's why they gain famous for that. Yeah, for those people, so they become themselves very good friends. So all their actions actually benefit themselves or others, both. We always distracted by outside material stuff or outside many different objects, but the very essential, very main reason is your own consciousness. Your mind always controls everything. Mind controls every single action of yourself. If you don't let your consciousness follow the delusion or follow the distraction, and then your mind will be well tamed.
For example, just
in general.
Maybe husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, they are fighting. They're never angry both together, right? They're never, Maybe first, maybe, they one partner, they're unhappy, maybe angry. Then they say, maybe better walk to the other one. Then they doesn't patient, they become angry. Then big fire coming together there. First, when you become too angry, he or she, that time you control this mind. then you doesn't follow this angry mind, then it doesn't come to the after the big party. sen 다보지도 다 들리가 되고 그러. 아주 공로로 살아야나. 순수 공로 되고 와도 마치면요. 아니 딱 공로 되라 때문에 강에 좀 말씀.
Yeah, to take about how to take care of your own consciousness. That's Geshe is trying to give an example. Because every beginning when you get emotional or get angry, so you have to take good care of that moment. Otherwise, if you let it go, then that will cause, like Geshe said, our partner, they get more emotional, say bad word to each other, and then you could be in more trouble. But in Buddhist philosophy, they say you have to be very, very careful of it at every beginning.
But if you're not used, then very difficult to stop doing that time. Then you always think about the faults. And you do last minute. Now we maybe be most very easy to angry. But we just talk about angry. Right?
You have to always think about the faults which caused by anger. So then, because Geshe is trying to say, it's very hard for us to try to practice that well because we always uncontrollably get angry. So if you always think about the faults or bad results would bring up by anger or emotional, then that's the practice to reduce your emotional stuff.
Then we say, how we stop this? It's very difficult. You know, it's very difficult to stop. You know, when we're angry, of course I have to stand up there.
So we have to cope or we have to work with our own anger.
Then you can check why I am angry with he or she or maybe or something, you know.
Yeah, try to check yourself.
Good. Check why that 가정이 검사를.
Why I become emotional, why I become angry.
Because we have very strong ego. 맞아요.
Yeah, strong sense of ego, strong sense of oneself. Ego.
If we don't have ego, maybe we never get angry. Because we have strong ego, that he or she shows something, action, or says something, we don't want to hurt this. We don't want to see this action. Then immediately angry comes.
Okay, ego.
Ego push to the control.
Yeah, push the anger to come up.
Because ego wants to, you know, whatever I think, whatever I do is right. Then somebody says, oh, this is not right, you're wrong. Then we automatically angry coming. You do bad things for me, do bad things. Then fire. Then it's not.
Yes, even the anger would cause one couple to divorce, even to worse situation.
They will always think about first whatever we do, it's the right or wrong. So to check, not do the
Yeah, we have to check our own action, which are wrong or right, very often. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you get angry because you see some injustice, is that caused by the ego?
Good job, Dawson. Chiragi de ma jawa ji no la ba de kasna ji de marves.
마타와 이발 때는 가지 않고 있어. 먼저 공로사도 마타와 소소 마타와 통한 걸로 사요.
네.
버쳐 이게
Ma jawa ji je de ko sa de.
we can see, you know, someone show to injustice for us, maybe say, maybe show something. Peter, this is matter of was.
We think that's the injustice or that's the not good things to do.
That time we have to think about. it's real. Then when the matter whatever, that's so good. No one matter whatever.
So at every moment you have to check that injustice is, according to your own projection, or it's it's really injustice. So,
Nanzo samna te matter what is something. Matter what culture something, not just ego it was. Ego was co matter what not trying something it was. Who chatted to this door? Tenzin Mother Garden, Suzu Gelati, then get yet some of the Tata in some somebody, Garden. Najadi was.
yeah, because sometimes that's injustice judged by your own conception, because that own conception cause you or you're dissatisfied by that's injustice action. So no, okay.
Suzu Garden. Suzu no Garden, Karachibangi can't love the Tata in some Suzu good.
Because that could also be caused by ego too, because you always think your conception or your judgment should be always right. So you have to check.
Then someone show
injustice.
different idea for you, then you say, oh, this is not right. Then the angry come to open the door. Then time the
So, yeah, so one main practice is for oneself is you should try to reduce or eliminate your own ego thoughts. When we do the chanting with the Heart Sutra, they say now year. In general, eyes and ear exist because we can touch and we can see by our own eyes or ear, we can hear. Yeah, because if you see there's no ear, no air, maybe somebody will say you're crazy. Something like that, yeah. Because we see obvious by our own eyes. So in this test, actually in Heart Sutra, because they are talking about that's it's the ear and the eyes do not exist as by one's projection or by one's own conception or projection. So, for example, how do you guys reflection Geshe? So, how do you guys consciousness reflect Geshe? Actually, that's Geshe doesn't exist as your projection. Perceive, or I can say perceive to your projection, perceive.
You guys think, oh, he's not this kind of person, just.
In general, we see Geshe with one rope and one person, but if you want to point out which is Geshe, which part should belong to Geshe, should represent Geshe,
So maybe you think maybe Geshe head of Geshe, maybe check out Geshe. Then you put the head here, they say, oh, Geshe here. Then is that Takari. Stop Pumongala. That Tenny.
Geshe merely labeled upon his 5 aggregates. In general, we don't think that way. We think Geshe truly exists. He is independently exists by himself.
Also, maybe it just we are very all comfortable. Maybe you don't think much of this. Just one day you're angry with someone, during that time, that 저는 공부 써서 이들 마스 말하고 있었어. 문이 전에다 그러면 지 수두부 주서.
Yeah, it's very different. Also, I could see it's entirely dependent on one's emotional feelings. Because sometimes, in general, you see one person in happy mood, and sometimes you see that person different when you are in very strong emotional. So the object will be changed because of your emotional feeling.
내가 공로 사이 때까지 공로로 사이 때까지 딱 눈이 지 수두근이 두 번으로 지 너도 집도 영화로 그래서.
So when you are being angry or we are very emotional, because then that's moments you feel the way you perceive the objects is very strong, or we think it's very hard or unchangeable or truly something like that.
Anyway, we talk about whatever phenomena things they have not existed, whatever the period of
No, that's reflection.
reflection.
So-
If it is whatever so now 저거 이랬어.
If that exists as one's perceive or reflection,
다 며칠이 약분 도와도 미쳐도 약분 도와 그러었어.
so for instance, if you see one good object, you perceive one good object, so that object should be good for everyone.
그러면 나는 저거 이랬다. 그 이해를 왔어. 이거는 강을 집어넣어 그러었어.
Because that's truly exists as you perceive or as you reflect to the object.
근데 인사배나 I don't know what can I say. The shows 관심하지 무슨 수준으로 동서 말하는 거.
So, but in fact, that object always show different appearance to different people.
근데 인사 저기 둘렀다네. 소소 나는 저거 몇 가지 갖고 그래서.
So those all we are trying to talk about the reasons why the phenomenal object do not exist as our own perceive or our own conception or our own reflection.
If someone very handsome, then everybody says he is very handsome. If someone very beautiful, everybody says he is very beautiful. But that's not that different. Maybe 5%.
Not actual judgment of beauty and handsome things like that.
동서양한도 지금 리모도 퉁퉁다 지금 야보도 두고다 다 땡장 그래서 뭐 땡을 때 봐요.
Yeah. Also, these other things is called interdependent arising because for instance, beauty and ugly, and also the long or short or good or bad.
For example, I'm a short guy. I don't know. I'm short, but short depends who. Maybe Rabgye. I'm short. Maybe little tennis. Maybe I don't know tennis. Maybe 5 years boy. I'm a tall guy. Maybe what's that?
So you have to compare interdependent music.
I don't know who's very beautiful. I don't know. Anyway, beautiful also we can compare some other ones. And who's very ugly, we can compare to others. Otherwise, we say he's always handsome. He's always beautiful. They're not existent.
Not really.
Maybe Vikram's very always handsome. But maybe some guy, other guy coming, he's a little bit not handsome. I'm joking, okay?
I never took you seriously from the very beginning.
근데 이 말다 지금 양아도 남배기 지금 또 쉬는 시간이다. 가르지 임바이나요. 다 땐다 땐바리 땐지에서 송고 있어 봐.
So that's why in highest this philosophy or this teaching, they talk about interdependent arising, or everything is independable.
Pena rimbo pena. If maybe you guys doesn't like heard this, something is someone very fat, someone very thin, we check, it's fat. Then compare then, this is fat. But maybe more than fat there. Then we thin, someone very thin, because compare this person, thin. Then 지금 나중에 잠보다 뜯어서 이거서. 그래서 양 찍찍이 샤워. 뜯어다 때는 잠보한테 잠보다 가시는 거죠. 내 잠보다 생각도 자세자 이마 찍으라고 말이죠.
Yes, also the same theory with rough and smooth. You know, some objects are very rough and something smooth. It's only depend or comparable, you know, comparatively.
Right? Also which is very knowledgeable and not knowledgeable. Compare. Right? Maybe here, some part about Buddhism, you can think, oh, Geshe is more knowledgeable. I go to India, Sarah, I'm the baby guy there. Right? Even same, you guys also maybe I'm very good computers, technology things. Some you can go to some other place. Then you are the baby. All things to
It depends on each other, you know, each other's, you know, object.
Kurukulla samlo tawa ina. Ano soso na 저기 메가들잖아. 그래서 고알레 라레 라용 거래서.
So if you think about all those examples, then it's easier to understand. This helps you to understand now exist, now self.
근데 이반다 다 나도 소소라야 싸워 마시거든. 소소 개치면 수지요 말았어.
Yeah, nobody would see self useless or because we're very dear or cherish ourselves too. So we think ourselves is very precious too.
근데 이다 다 소소 개체에나 소소 내 자체는 공존을 맞아 차도 많은 말로 지금 그래서.
So if you want yourself to be very precious for yourself, then you have to watch your be more awakening with those non-virtuous actions like attachments and ego thoughts, all those things.
두주 온다 손이 땅하고 리셈니까라야.
If we controlled by all those defilement or delusion, then that would cause us not only cause our consciousness to be suffer, our body would suffer too at the same time.
Also that may cost to
So also if you followed or controlled by all those delusions, that you have to suffer for life and lifetime, so even next life too.
Also, they make more short life.
Maybe that's for sure. Sure.
I don't know, maybe the scientists also say, who has very strong ego, and then 공로사회나, and then made this say a 통화에 누구세요? 다 남에도 다 대답을 했으나, 다 scientists 이렇게 고시해서
Yeah, even some scientists or doctors, they now they are proving that if a person with a strong hatred or strong anger, and his lifetime will be shortened by his delusion.
So I'm a scientist. I work with other scientists, and when we make a mistake, we say when the mind is slow, the body suffers. Yeah, because we have to do. If we make a mistake, we have to fix it, and that means more work. So the body suffers.
Just 그런 천이바는 그래서 이제 just 저 노트쇼바 생미 노트쇼바에는 류들 내가 뭐하지? 류가 두고 뭐하단 그랬어.
You guys very proof. Let's see.
So that's a lot of due to a lot of test experiments done by scientists today.
Yeah.
나발은 또 삼노타니 진세다 고발 삼노타니 사이언티스트 파타니 무식 따니고
Yeah, because the different way to analyze or to taste this sort of situation. Because scientists always depend on material objects. I need some sort of proof. But Buddhists always, try to think or try to meditate on those objects to prove those objects.
If he or she very easy angry person, then maybe they have more chance to get tashuna.
Yeah, blood pressure. So that's the
High
blood pressure.
Yeah.
Right? Who has
More risky to become a high.
Who has more touch to eat? Then maybe this kind of maybe more become bigger, more chance because they are very strong. They are very strong to touch to eat.
They have strong attachment to eat.
그래서 나도 내차 시에다 공투 말제 공투 완소나 요 always
If we are controlled by those delusion, attachments and anger and hatred, so that's cause always that's results of ourselves always in trouble.
therefore we don't want to friend with them.
Be friend with them.
No friend.
Yeah, be friend.
Be friend. We have to friends. 아니 샴바다 이제 요. 아니 진배도 삼바. 아니 전부 당장. 그렇죠.
We have to be familiar or friends with altruistic consciousness or compassionate feelings, love and kindness.
아니 감소 딱 남배 시원한 나와 있나? 어쨌든 맞아 나와 그만 나지 맞아 하고 그러었어. 아니 배 맞는 내가 그새 배도 맞는 딱 내가 딱 그래.
이건 맞겠어요.
내가 맞겠지.
So even the Buddhist test, they talk about if you cannot do anything good to others, try not to think to harm others, least. If you cannot do anything beneficial, be beneficial to others, but you even should not think about to harm others. So that's the least things, action.
Harm other things, not just kill them, beat them. We're not talking about this. Harm others' mind. How can we harm others' mind? If we say something bad words, we show some bad harsh words there, we show some bad emotions, then they are unhappy, uncomfortable. Then that's no achievable.
So that's a harmful action too.
For example, someone so angry with you, you are not happy. That is another nyamnam.
By our own experience, we know that we are not happy if someone show you.
But this is not easy. If it is easy, we are all free from their sufferings. We have to study, think about more. What? And more important, check our mind. This is more important. We don't want to judgment to others' mind. We have to judgment our mind.
To judge.
Judge.
Check our own mind.
Judge our mind. How's mind going? How's thinking? If mind thinks something, it's right or wrong? Right? For example, we have mind angry with husband or boyfriend. It's what reason? You have good benefit or bad benefit? If bad benefit, try to stop. Try to forget that. If you are unhappy, something happen, then you think about this more, then you more. Then you go to bed. You never feel it. You go other, and then you have to go back to kitchen to drink some tea.
Something else.
Do something else.
This is a resort to angry. No?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about anger. Maybe anger is more close friend with us, right? Therefore, he has not good result, but not easy to stop him because he has behind ego. Ego just step behind him, then he push to anger. You have to put water to ego. And he said, "Oh, I'm the right. I do right things." This kind, you can think, why I'm right? Why he or she not right? We are the same person. 이걸 산다가 수수 정보다 수수 제작을 엿보이는 진세 파주가도 독자의 진세 성당을 했어.
You have to check every action or every what you're called good action or bad action very carefully yourself.
Today, by that, also we talk about patience. Who the enemy who give you the angry show, he or she. This is best teacher to practice patience.
Yeah, other way this guy is talking about if someone showing you emotional, someone anger with you or show someone which unpleasant action to you. That's the good object to practice your own patience. So that's why they could become your friend too. So to help you to achieve that.
Otherwise, everything is perfect. Then he said, I am a very patient person. Then I don't think this is patient. Patient is when we are in a difficult situation. Then to stop, straight up there. Then this is real patient. Most we have to shut down also can't imagine that. So the nyam don't do it.
In fact, when you check the real situation in general, most trouble always caused by someone close to you. Always spend a lot of time with you. So,
Therefore, we can take one part, he or she, I don't know who, are teacher to patient. Then you have to more stop to come down to angry. Otherwise, he or she always made me, he always do mistakes. Then you always think, then you never see he or she has good qualities. Because we have demand, then always, so I'm the right, he or she is always wrong. 맞아 그런 거야 뭐 맞아 그 뒤에는 이 시간이 무슨 생각을 양보 너무 많이 거리다.
if you do not check yourself very carefully, and then that's result, you will always think that person is bad. Every action by him or every words and by him or her will be always be bad or negative.
저희다 배 방도 단대가 배나 방도도 말해서 곰 깨완 곰사나 수직나 올라고 말했어. 나도 깨원이 여유 말했어.
In Buddhist philosophy, they believe why we are so easier to get anger, so that we are habituated anger for lifetimes. We are so habituated, to the anger.
You don't want to. No one teach to how you be angry.
So that's why no one does need a teacher to teach you to be angry.
Because we used to, we believe to we have many lives.
Yeah, we get so used to by many lifetimes.
Now what do we got? We have compassion, loving kindness, then honest, not difficult. Because we are not used. 이제 사실 딱 곰나 일어만 돼 손을
So in Buddhist, they also believe that if you get well habituated with some object, so that means you can easily do something, do that action. So if we're well habituated with the compassion or altruistic mind or kindness, then honest, and then takes a little bit time. Once you get used to it, then it's become easier to act.
Also, we say you have to patient means we're not talking about someone do bad things for you. You always
So when you practice patience with somebody else, that means you are not always compromising yourself to that one. So because you have to check why you are doing this to that one. You have to check that the actual cause, the real cause, which is the real cause for yourself to be angry or to be unhappy. Even for Bodhisattvas, when they say there's some injustice situations, so the Buddha advised, even the Bodhisattvas, they have to check the true situation, the real situation, thoroughly, and then decide to prevent or to stop the injustice or negativities.
Therefore, someone come to the wallet, try attention.
Also, that means, for instance, when someone attack you or rob your wallet, it's not saying that you should give to that person your wallet or your purse. So that's whensoever. So that's very important to watch out your own consciousness or to watch your own consciousness. If your own consciousness don't control by all those delusions, so then your mind always be peaceful.
You also happy.
Peaceful and happy.
If you always follow the delusion, then mind always busy. Then you have difficult to sleep. Then tomorrow we have to go walk very early. Then not enough sleep, then you're tired.
So this is the how oneself become own friends or how oneself become your own enemy. So that's the cause and conditions. That's the main objects which we are trying to talk about today. If you take your own consciousness carefully, and then you'll become your own friend. So.
Okay, then you always happy or peaceful person. Okay, that's it. Then you have any questions? You can check me some questions. Then we can talk a little bit, question answer, and more clean. moral stand. If I know the answer, then I give the answer. Not I say, sorry.
No question. Because it sounds like what you're saying about if you're in a situation that's unjust or there's some problem that we need to maybe take action, it's possible not to just sit there and be passive, but it is possible to respond to that situation, but one should not have like the negative mind state of anger. So it's almost like one can do the same action as if one was angry, but without that negative mental state. And so I think sometimes I think, oh, if I'm not driven by anger, I can't do anything. I feel sort of helpless. But Geshe was saying that's not true. One can actually continue to act, but just not in a negative way.
Yeah, not in a negative way. 저게 공직이 want 공직 want 마주 want 그 공직 want 마주 want 다데 되겠어. 미셔버기 그게 만장하다 지지가래 만라치도 옛날에서 시내산을 그는 나도 다 가동시에도 제일 수고를
대열에서 배나 만져 배나 참 미치고 강의로 들어와이나 아니 다 이제 공인에서 한번 다그 너무 많은 마시니 지금도 소수 그런 야보 끝나네 일단 대상을 봐 아니 갑자기 따라서
Yeah, that's true. Because when some difficult situations, if, for example, when somebody is really emotional, very angry, and you can say, "Oh, this because he lack of knowledge," or okay, so the every cause of his anger is by delusion. So that would help you to raise your altruistic consciousness, mind, compassionate feeling towards them. So you can take any action towards with a positive way.
니제다 샴베기 삼바 마더베토니
If you can take any action or reaction based on compassion and kindness.
나나가부터 지금 사람들이 지금 한번 이제 끝내 상황이 늦었는데 다시 지금 가시라 보이는
So that's why we can see a lot of different images of your own deities. Some are in wrathful, some are in peaceful, or happy. That's the only by associated with compassion and kindness to help others to reduce others delusion or negativities. For us, it's a bit difficult with a really strong, compassionate feeling and to show. But with that feeling and show with a restful face, for us, it's really hard to practice.
Not possible.
Almost impossible.
I'm not possible.
Well, I'm not possible.
Okay? Yep.
Geshe, someone once told me that anger is the worst of all delusions, the worst of all ignorances. We've talked today about how patience is the act of subduing that anger to allow us to do the right things, to view things in a better way, so thus controlling that ignorance. Therefore, is compassion the point when we have thoroughly subdued the anger? Anger no longer arises, thus allowing us to see clearly the origin of suffering.
There's a control 시간 또 가가 control 시간 또 가가 그러니까 유무방 want to buy is no more is 아니 치랑이 년에 제대다가서 니지도 쓰면은 못 쳐봐나 선생 몇시 시월 네트워크 몇 시월 네트워크야 치랑이 control 되셔서 두자에 버 세부지 통보했어. 데려서 그런 다시 시작 좋아 말이야. 내가 되게 같이 걸었어. 콘트 시당 난 거야. 콘트 시당 난 거를 추긴 힌지 콘트 시당 그 카드 힌지도 뭐 공부만이나 힌지 공부 완기는 콘트 시당 난 이혼 좀 했어. 미치기 콘트 시당 난 힌지 좀 양집에는 미치 콘트만 이혼 좀 했어. 콘트만 이혼도 매대 신약으로 차는 거야. 신약 차려는 그 밖에 있다 콘트다 시당이 卷子뭐 통보를 했을 때 같이 이런 식으로.
테레 지난 니제 제가 얘들 파지 공부 사 말씀. 니제 제가 이지는 공부 사 말씀.
That's very true. If you are generate bodhicitta or altruistic consciousness, then the object should not be the object not be anger. It always be a peaceful object.
그래서 나도 또 나도 좀 따주도 하고 섬진들 좀. 다 마체용을 쓴 거 그랬어. 가지는 다 마체용 쓰는 맛 가르치고 다 마가는 고로 사고 말했어. 나 섬제까지 드시 봐. 다 진심으로 고로 마사지 답시 그래서.
So when we practice bodhicitta, we always talk about try to think all sentient beings your mother, and then think about their kindness, and then try to repay the kindness. So that's we will think about the all of your mother, and then secondly think about their kindness. The object will be kindness, not anger. So because that's driven by compassion. So yeah, that's true.
고로 사사기 이제 남주 휴치 못 제대로 얘들아 빠지면서 고로 사가 말들인데 이제 공부하면 다 고로 제대로만로 전부.
So if your compassionate feeling toward others increase, then the hatred toward others will be decreased. So that's,
Sometimes you are very strong judgment, less angry with them. Sometimes very strong compassion, then less to angry. This is best way. If you have very strong attachment, the moment you are not angry with them, but they make you more attachment, grow up, then you are more angry. Okay? Yeah?
Oh, it's gone, that's okay.
Oh, you got
Is anger ever justified in cases such as where people are in situations where there's abuse, or if the other person is really trying to harm the other person? Is anger ever justified?
yeah. 딱 콘트도 야를 쓰고 야를 문진 거를 했어. 가르쳤으면 참참 내 코피샤고 참참다 내가 가서 독자를 지어야 돼. 아니 근데 이제 다시 나오고라 봐야 독자 맞이야. 다 여기 강의 때 맞죠. 그래.
그죠.
맥이 도와는지 도와는지 나는 맥이 가서 냠죄나 시에도 아니 콘트사 지금 콘트사 데데데 데 야불을 먹는 거를 했어.
나도 저도 대체 가지는 형 말씀. 나도 너무 보시고 공로서야 돼. 나도 쪼고에 왔던 거였어요. 쪼고. 나도 쪼면 넣고. 강의 때는 그 공로 날라니 그 갑자기 잡는 거. 저 가야 말씀이야. 대응에서 말했어.
Actually, that's very common for people to think. Sometimes, try to justify the anger because we believe that at the moment of the abusing, the anger could prevent that action, particular action. But that's the wrong view. Actually, we talk about in Buddhism. They think that's wrong. We consider consider or try to justify the anger. So that's why the anger, the reaction, anger is the right thing.
배나는 걸 주시잖아요. 배나. 방금 누가 내려차잖아. 아니 얘도 지기로 공도 산에 아니 마저리 다 마오지 단다 쓰는 거서. 네가 공도 산에 다 약금도 쪼려게 쳤다. 마음 비자로 이라도 비자 건가. 공도 산에 다 쪼고 약금 쪼려게 다 단다 쳤는 거서. 나도 산에 쪼그려 쳤는데 쪼도 파셨니? 그냥 말 공도 죽잖아.
Because one way we think about, for example, when we really get very anger, and like for instance, we had a Iraq war, a lot of war happened by anger. But the result is the action with the anger always cause more problem. The problem always increase. So that's one situation you could see.
Even I don't know, maybe this country does not happen. Maybe Tibetan angry each other, they hit each other. Maybe this country maybe not. Maybe
아마 다들 먼저 좀 걱정돼 because 두어 치르기 컨트롤해야 돼. 코파디 야르가 라고 해서 또 저거 뭐 그래. 진짜 좀 거.
간지마지 공로다 공로 가든가 공로하고 말더라고. 그냥 나도 다 얼마들 때문에 왔어. 나도 배로에나
콘축이 주로 콘축 연구를 했을 때 할수 있거든.
공로산이 야리적으로 왔어. 다로 공로산이 야리슈니
콘축사 제리수스 그거 말했어. 파축이 미장어지 채용뒤 카테자 콘축 안 그러. 지금 나는 미장어지 미게 두어지리 나 콘축 나온 거라. 또 콘축 나온 콘축의 장물에 대해서 콘축 justify the 콘축의 왜 말해. 왜 말해 대처 가지고. 다른 대부분 레이아웃에서 정말 저리 잘 나가래요.
대마게 말했어. 가 봐주고 공로 놔야 돼. 정부 예되면 저랑 이거로 왔어. 저는 장화도 코 장화에 대 장 가지고. 말아서 지나 가서 이거리 코만 맞아가지고 나 정부 이 코만 맞아가지고는 고사를 왔어.
다 타치를 앞이었으니 지dem박이 근주 dem박이 용수 잡았지는 그때 누가 치그래서 누가 치라 내가 그때 대시고를 주시해야 되는 소용 테스트에 띵 써는 게 싫다. 대이는 내한테 대시
그래서 당연히 쉬게 봤어. 나도 장 말아서 해야 돼. 순수 지나 가는데 이거 휴치 그래서 그 장 말아서 제일 왔어.
Also, as Geshe answered previously, the answer, because you have to check the situation too. Abusing situations are true abusing or not in general. So that's one way to check the circumstances carefully. Is very important because when you get the abusing, we are seeing somebody abusing or some unjust action is the same example. Which I said. First, you have to think that action is really
빼다 빼셔야 빼다. 너무 니가 강바 또네 똥이 된 것도 마찬가 지금 가서 선 거 봤어. 지금에 지금 대상이 다 자리 다나 가서 딱마 다시 가서 봤어. 나는 다시 노래 좋은 거 봤어. 이거는 너도 가서 마찬가 지도 딱kum 저 제도서. 다 대일 파 공로사니 마저니 다 다들 다들 그래. 삼치마도 딱 갑자기 로가는데 로마도 난 간이 되네.
Yeah, sorry. So Geshe said another example because when they destroyed the building business building in New York, that time American people were very angry with the terrorists destroyed, and their actions to make a war. But to make a war with Iraq is with the Bin Laden or terrorists is caused by anger, but still the problem is still there. So that's the.
For example, during that time, it's not well possible, but that thing, Bin Laden is ignorance, delusions. He destroyed for us. Maybe during that time, they doesn't do against war. Maybe not happen this time. Now this war doesn't come, right? That time we think, oh, we have to angry with them, we have to war for him. It is right, because he did
Injustice.
That time everybody think, it is right. Then why we have to happen still? If we keep the war, we have problem too, If we have to stop, we cannot stop. 근데 디컵라야 가시 디컵라야 파마자 매워진다 단다가 강인데 파시용 말이야. 단다가는데 막 섬시하면서 강이도 파시용 말이야.
If the Americans didn't make war at that time, then it could be much easier for now to stop the war.
파시 단다가 막 된 거야.
Well, now war nowadays. But I'm sorry, this is a big argument. Sorry, I argue with you because we follow different philosophy. So that's the in monastery too. So because I'm a translator, so that's we have a different commentary for that sort of situation. I'm from Jaipur, he's from Sera. Always have a different view. No, I try to explain. It's hard to convince I have to translate what she said, and then try to make every word clearly to him. So that's why we need to argue. It's okay. Sorry.
나도 디컵래. 디컵은 나도 강의 슈트하다. 딱그 마당에서 나도 제대로 봤어. 디컵.
That time, because people of America suffer because by the injustice, that's the unjust action by terrorists.
디컵 콘도 산에 뭐 잡힌 레벨라 딱 단단한 30만도 용어를 봤어.
So we started war that time. So far we could not stop war. That's the result of the anger.
콘도 되게.
Well, anger.
뭐 잡아 되게 레벨 단다.
Because of we got anger and then we got anger, and then we created a war. Yeah.
야.
So the main cause should be anger.
야. 디컵 가세. 디컵이야. 파마 맞아니. 그래 대신에 제도에나 딱 단디게 강의들 파시 요 말했어. 뭐 30만도.
If that time I don't know who started the war. The person started war didn't get so angry with this terrorist action. So then the problem we are facing today. So there are different arguments. So someone will say still there.
During that time, all the American people say the American government have to disturb who do the work of
Just Bin Laden.
Bin Laden.
Not all. Not all.
Anyway, 나 간지 맞지? 나 간지 후하는 후에 세. anyway, 간지 맞지? 디컵라야. 또 다른 게 나오는 거지. 그리고 같이 짜면나 단대가 뭐 남쳐지면 용 말해서.
But how do you deter the heat? How do you deter the heat of the person who is experiencing anger as you are the object of that anger for that person? So the conditioning of the heat of the person who is experiencing anger toward the other, whatever it is, one individual or one large group. How do you move the object that you have become to the other person's mind?
Are you finished? Yeah.
How do you deter that energy, whatever it is, individual or large groups? Every day we are the witness of domestic violence. Every day we are the witness of thoughts, patterns of other people everywhere I go. But it's not important at the same time it is. So how do you move that energy of no ear, no noise, no noise, no noise, no noise, no noise? So you swim, then patience and patience and patience.
딱 그래서 그런 가만들라 가서 나오미 그 여자서는 그러고 나오미라 그 조리자서는 그러고 여기 양주시하는 서는 가만들라 요리했어. 초바지 지은 거랬어. 아니 간스 좋았다고 그랬어요. 제가 그 가만들라 그런 데를 두고 들었어. 아니 주 가비나 주니까 나와서 실실실 또 많이 고야다 가서 잠생 고야다 그 간스 카드잖아. 간스 타쑥 타쳐요. 그때 도야 타쳐 빨리 가버렸어.
대가리가 간대가 소소소 삼아 다버리는 데는 말씀.
나도 저거 믿으라고. 그거는
잡고 그랬어.
저거 그래서 쑥 타쳐 그랬어.
대기
좋아서 써버려.
그래 마지막에 소소 깡이 책이되나? 마지막에 소소 깡이
그런 강의 책도 라고 말해. 그런 가방도 강의들 통 그렇게 들으면서 하는 맞춰서 세번 공부했어. 세번까지 공부했다는 데 강의 장도 강의들 용도 그랬어요. 다른 용신 말했어. 용도 그랬어. 근데 매번 가르쳐.
대면 되게 제사야 말했어. 아니 더 몰라요. 대 다시 재미 좀 말해. 제사. 되게 제사야 말했어. 되게 말했어.
Yeah, we have to check, or we have to examine all the causes of those problems first, because that's one thing is for sure, because that's all depend on the causes and the conditions. So we have to first examine the cause and the conditions carefully.
대 제대 마서와 거진 초잖아. 아니 저기 말이지.
So if you can prevent the every cause, and then that's the bad results won't come up. So that's what we believe. But yeah.
그냥 만소 신가맛 땀네. 신가 째 먹을 납자는 국제 거리지. 그 맞다와 삼선 째 말았어. 신가 따라와.
내일 집안에 내려서
그래서 그 대집안에 아주 마치 저 마사나 아니 저기 용 말. 이제 되게 중요했어. 그 중요하게 말.
좋아하는 게 고다주는도.
그제 나
네.
가시 가서서 그나 신도로 오지. 저기서 답사이나 아니 되게 저기 째 답사이나
If we put a seed underground, the seed will grow. So that's the things. If we don't put seed under the ground, under dirt, the seed won't grow. So that's one cause and effect theory.
근데 이마에서 이 섬에 막 원래 사용 막 답사에서 말은 말든 저것도 고금이 납다가 있네요. 그럼 째 버렸어. 그 지성사하냐?
If you already put seeds underground and the sports or and to come out, then that's become reality you cannot prevent. So that's it. If you look at every cause, then maybe there's a solution. I don't know.
그래서 만족 관계기 누가야기 저 마사와 지 누가 너희들 관계 나버리네. 누가야기 지한테 써야 돼. 대 마사와 같이 좋잖아. 아니 관계 형 말했어.
So even ourselves, we were saying we be compassionate or we are practicing our so forth, but still, we ourselves cause a lot of pain too. Just me login the just sugar is cause the sugar is.
그래서 나도 지금 누가 여기 세계나 누가야기 저 써야 돼.
Even we are saying that we don't want to be happy, we don't want to be suffer, but still we are collecting a lot of causes or conditions to become suffer.
Okay?
Sorry.
I'm sorry to change the direction, but we have a children's class, and they want to come in and bring something.
Okay, well, yeah.
So, should I have them come in now, or wait till the end of the prayer?
Maybe it's better.
Oh, okay. They just want to come in real quickly and present something, but I'll tell them to wait.
Okay, I think we can stop today here. Then we have something to show kids. Okay?
Maybe to argue next time.
Turning back to the Kurukulla prayer book, page 8. The first verse in Tibetan phonetics and fourth verse in Tibetan phonetics. The mandala offering. Saji Poki
Geshe
Samje Shindu Mite Buwari Drogunamda Shina Chopasho Jetsu Dame Kutse Rabdeji Namka Shinte Chochu Gepadam Losan Tempe Jome Sasungi Drowe Mukse Tatu Nejushi Idam Guru Ranamanda Kamyakayami. Final number in prayer on page 9. From my two collections, vast as space, that I have amassed from working with effort in this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief living Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, my Jushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddhist teachings for a very long time. with my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives, the path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and the oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. We'll read our long life prayers for our gurus, starting on page 10, third verse in English, to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, followed by page 16 for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. In the snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Rabgye reside, remain in life till samsara's end. Page 16. Vijaya, all-conquering goddess, whose lunar-like face changes with our changing face, the faintest cooling rays of whose mantra name allays the fiery pain of our life's final end. Rainmaker adept who brings forth life's rain, here now grant your greatest of gifts, victorious goddess, grant life without end. Hear our prayer, O Lama whom we revere, you who bear the name of he who fearlessly holds the living essence of the pure paradigmatic doctrine of victors, of he alone adornment of the earth, of he a guide to sublime liberation, the sphere of peace. Precious treasure of precise and subtle reasoning, golden laser light of bright unerring wisdom, clarifying without confusion the two truths among the multiplicity of things. Lama remain immutably among us, the radiant Dharma sun, skilled in sprinkling the waters of healing, fulfilling needs, benefiting all, a laughing smile between pearls of skill, humility, and constancy, a deep milky sea of the liquid moon of morality. Lama remain immutably among us, one supremely worthy of veneration. The moon of your Mahayana mind ring round by the fever-cooling camphor of unsullied, unsurpassed resolve, brilliantly swirls to the bounds of space, unbounded seas of the happiness of now and the bliss of always. Lama remain immutably among us, a moon guiding our way. Your teachings are vast-spreading rivers of celestial nectar, your dialectics an invincible cutting Vajra weapon, your writings thousand-petaled lotuses unfolding their glory. Lama remain immutably among us, a guardian of highest knowledge. By the might of seas of spiritual masters, deities, and doctrine perfectors, by the power of profound, dependent arising and the unvarying emptiness of all that appears, may all the hopes of our prayers with effortless ease be spontaneously fulfilled. And then we'll turn either to the final pages, I believe it's beyond page 22, or the front pocket of your book, looking for the praises to the 21 Taras. We had a request to recite these 21 praises one time for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, our precious teacher. Up here, his photograph is to the right of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. He has manifested a stroke and is in recovery, and we recite these praises for him, for his full recovery, that he may live long and teach us. Oh, I prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage Taras for heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of Three Worlds, pure one lotus. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent as 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue one lotus, waterborn and hand adorning, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation her sphere. Homage Krana Kata Gatas, actions triumphs without limit, relied on by conqueror's children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the all-Lord Shakra Agni Brahma Maru, honored by the host of spirits, court phrases, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with her train and pay sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams. Her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mars champions. She with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart her finger, adorn her with regional mudra. Light remasters all excited, all directions wheels adorn her. Homage sheaves of joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light. Mirthful laughing with tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all her guardians assembly. Shaking, frowning with her womb sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon all ornaments most shining. Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid-wreath of blaze like, unending fire abiding. Righteousness and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her common, with her foot beats it. Scowling with the letter whom the 7 levels she has conquered. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana. She endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder. Frees with whom and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a with seed letter of the shape of syllable whom. By footstamping shapes the 3 worlds, Meru, Mandara, and Vindhya. Homage holding in her hand the dear marked moon of Deva lake form. With twice spoken Tara and Pei, totally dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the Kinnaras do honor. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage she whose 2 eyes bright with radiance the sun and full moon. With twice Tara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures. Destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and raise corpses supreme Ture. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations blessed 21. And then turning on the opposite side of that page to the prayer for peace and freedom, or again in the back pages. Due to the great force of negative karma amassed in past lives, in this life we Tibetans are undergoing great suffering. May all the causes for this suffering finally be consumed, and may the happy sun of freedom dawn above us all. The most salient supporting condition for the suffering of Tibetans are the Chinese, who are confused about what causes happiness and pain. May they develop great loving kindness and compassion directed toward us Tibetans and all sentient beings. We must recognize that for us Tibetans who view the Chinese as our enemies, and for them to view us with hatred and disdain, will cause ceaseless suffering for all concerned. Knowing this, let us have love for one another like the love between mother and child. Through the powerful reality of the 3 jewels and a relativity free of extremes, and through the powerful truth on the way causality of karma, good or bad, may these aims that I have prayed for with the good karma come to pass right now without any hindrance. And then returning to the page of the protector prayers, 10. I'm sorry, not protector prayers, I said the wrong thing. Dedication prayers. Just straight through. 1, 2, 4, and finish. Okay. So the first, second, and fourth verses of dedication prayers on page 10. And we'll do them in English, except for the fourth verse will be in Tibetan phonetics. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious Supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Nigme serwe te chen chen rezi, dreame kempe wampo jam helyam ganchen kepe tsukyen som kapa lo sandrape sha
Thank you.
I just have a couple of important announcements. I'll be brief because the children are really anxious to come in here and show what they've done. Welcome to everybody. If you're new or semi-new or have questions, we're going to have a brief orientation in about 10 minutes, and it'll last for 10 or 15 minutes. You're all welcome to come to that. And then I think at 1 p.m., we have a Medicine Buddha puja scheduled. This is for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, who is our spiritual director of, we are one of the FPMT centers. It's a worldwide organization with like 150 different activities. And he suffered a stroke, showing symptoms of a stroke. And so we're doing as many practices as we can. They've been recommended for his health and recovery. That will be one of them. Also, one of the centers in, I believe it's Singapore, has issued a challenge. They want to do an animal liberation for him. They're trying to liberate, I think, 10 million animals. So they're asking every center to please contribute $1,000, which will purchase like 10,000 animals, which will be liberated. So if you'd like to contribute to that, you can leave a check or cash, or just put it in an envelope outside with a note what it's for. That'd be really wonderful. This weekend we have a retreat, which is not something we often offer, so I'm really excited about it, and I hope that you give us time to come. It's a mini retreat, which means it's non-residential. It's Friday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and all day Saturday from 9 in the morning to 6 p.m. at night. If you want to come on Saturday, you need to come also on Friday night. Preceding that mini retreat is a public talk on Thursday night, and the teacher is Venerable Antonio from Italy, and he teaches Vipassana meditation. And even if you study the Vipassana, it's usually taught in the Theravada tradition, so this is really a very special opportunity to be able to learn Vipassana and to use it towards some of the Mahayana practices. So I encourage you to try and come there if you can. We'd like you to register in advance by Tuesday. We're not quite sure, maybe Wednesday, but we do need to know how many are coming. We're almost full, so a few spaces left. I also want to thank Walter. He came this week and we rented a cleaner. He steamed all the rugs. I don't know if you know if they were really, really dirty. Probably been cleaned for 10 years. He did a lot of the cushions, and so the center looks the best I've seen it in many, many months. So thank you, Walter, for your hard work.
Excellent.
Geshe, I just want to say thank you to the fill-in translator today. You did an excellent job. Thank you for your kindness. Here we go.
So as part of our project today, we made flowers and videos for Lama Zopa. And so we have offered, we've made get well cards, and we've offered one to the Tara statue for Lama Zopa, that Tara was his representative. We also offered one on behalf of Lama Zopa to the Supa, and now we're going to offer one to Lama Zopa, but thinking that he's inseparable from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And now the problem is that everybody wanted to offer one to Geshe Tenley, so we have two. So you remember Sadie from next door? You guys go over here on this side. Okay, go over on this side. She made that. Yeah. So we planted it. And then Julie. And then Deborah, can you come here?
Thank you. What you said? Can you hear me?
And then we have one for Deborah. So everybody, all the kids, get around here. Remember, Julie and Geshe Tenley. Group picture. Okay. Up here. Okay, and Jane and Johnny need to go up here. Okay.
Come on, Joni.
Over here. Wait a second. We're going to do Jane and Johnny. Quick, quick, quick. So Jane taught is about the environment and ecology and about treating the outside like the inside, and to, you know, take care of the yards and the plants and the environment, and also the beings in the yard. And so what we'll do, Julie, put your hand down, and then wait to the video. So we're just going to ask the parents for their permission to make this public, you know, to send it to Lama Zopa and stuff. So I'll need to check with some of the parents before the photos get.
He's Batman.
Okay.
Okay, everybody say Happy Mother's Day. Because we thought Lama Zopa was the mother of all beings, so we made a Mother's Day offering to him. Okay.
Let's go.
So thank you.
Do you like Sumala's decoration too?
Two hearts.
I need them.
Our pastry chef is gone for the week to receive initiation of His Holiness, but we can have some
But she does.
bread. So,
She does.